Hey guys, Coach Winnie Hill, and I'm going to bring you the water jug portion of that workout that I mentioned in my last video. So if you want to know what I do to foam roll and mobilize and also snag my how I broke my neck testimony by accident, did not mean to bring that up, but it just kind of like started pouring out and there it is, right? So anyways, if you want to know how to foam roll and mobilize, bink, bink, check out my last video down below. Otherwise, let's talk about my water jug workout. So like I had mentioned, I'm bringing you an odd object workout because COVID is funky and weird and we've been home. It's going on a month now because I had self-quarantined for 2 weeks after we had traveled, and then my gym kind of shut down for a second, and then things are kind of crazy and my husband's home. So since he's home, I'm recording these videos. COVID, right? Whatever. Anyways, it's like a freaking Twilight Zone of 2020. Grab your water jug. This guy has a handle on it. When I was at Walmart the other day, I noticed they had 5-gallon jugs with handles on it. So gentlemen, grab a 5-gallon with a handle on it. Ladies, this is a 3. If you can, find a 3-gallon jug. If not, a 1-gallon jug would suffice. If you feel like a 1-gallon jug is too light, perhaps just do one arm at a time on this workout. Hold the jug in one side and split up the reps in half, or double the reps if you feel like you need a little extra and the 1 gallon's way too light. But let me show you these 4 movements. We're gonna do the rep scheme of 21, 15, then 9. So you'll do 21 reps of all 4 of these movements, 15 reps of all 4 of these movements, and then 9 reps. So for the Romanian deadlift, we always want to roll our shoulder blades down and back. Make sure to keep that L underneath your chin. So you want to be able to hold an L and touch your chin and your chest, and we're going to keep that position the whole way we're going down and up. So I don't want you, I'm not even going to do it holding weight because it is not good for you. So when you get to the bottom of your Romanian deadlift, you want to make sure that you're keeping that chin down, keeping that L position at the bottom all the way to the top, keeping the shoulder blades down and back, practicing that positive posture in your spine the whole time of the whole movement. I don't want you getting to the bottom and trying to check yourself out in the mirror. Feel me? So keep your head down at the bottom. Don't look up, because then we don't have that neutral spine. When my head's down, it's neutral from the top of my head to the base of my spine, and it's staying neutral from the top of the movement to the bottom of the movement. The moment I lift my head, that cervical spine is in a compromised position, and then you risk lifting with your back a little bit because your spine is in a compromised position. So if you keep that neutral spine, that upper body nice and active by rolling the shoulder blades down and back and pinning them together in the bottom part of your scaps. So I'm not shrugging at the top and squeezing together at the top of my shoulder blades. I'm squeezing down and back at the bottom. So that's why I like to do that nice roll and then squeeze. So I roll the shoulder blades, squeeze them together. Roll the shoulders, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And that's how I'm going to keep my upper back throughout this workout, keeping my chin neutral, my upper spine neutral, and then always pushing those hips down and back to the wall as if there is like a string at my tailbone, pulling it straight back to the wall behind me, keeping the top of my body nice and active, and then squeezing my butt to the top. So you should feel that nice stretch, that pull through your hammies, and then we're snapping those hips forward, squeezing that butt all the way forward until we have that full extension in our hip flexors. So we don't stop with that little bend here, and we're not necessarily squeezing the butt and locking the knees out. So we don't have to lock the knees out to finish the movement. We always have that nice micro bend in our knees, keeping the full contact of your foot on the ground. So I have my big toe, my baby toe, and my heel all firmly planted, and then I have that nice micro bend in my knees, making sure they're not trying to knock in. But like I said with the lunges and those other videos, keeping our glutes active, keeping those toes out towards those keeping your knee turned out towards the baby toe, big toe firmly planted, heel firmly planted, baby toe planted, and then we're always pushing those hips back, getting the pull through the hammies, and then squeezing the glutes to the front, keeping the micro bend in the knee. So you don't lock the knees out at any point. But with that weight, we're gonna keep that back nice and tight, and then we're just gonna slide that water jug down our legs to about mid-shin until we feel that hammy, and then squeeze that butt to the top. Slide that water jug down. It doesn't have to touch the ground, and then squeeze to the top. So what I don't want you to do either is let yourself relax at the bottom just to touch the water jug to the floor. Keep that back up and active. It ends up having your elbows stay a little bit closer to your side, so it keeps the jug closer to your body as well. So you'll do the 21 Romanian deadlifts, and then you're just gonna hang out at the bottom, and you're gonna do 21 bent rows. So another cue that we're gonna make sure we do on all of these movements is keeping our core nice and active. So my rib cage is locked down, my pelvic floor is engaged, and my belly button is sucked back to my spine. So you can see it's not, let me tuck in my shirt. So I'm not like letting myself just hold my belly out and like rowing this guy to the chest with that little bump at the top. I'm keeping my core active, keeping my hammies with that nice active pull, and I want to feel my glutes active as well, rolling the shoulders back the whole time, and then again still pulling that jug up my legs, squeezing for a static second at the top, keeping the belly tight for those 21 reps. If you want to, you can switch like which hand is touching your bottle the most, or like I said, you can do the 1 gallon jug and do single arms if you want to. Then we're going to safely Russian swing our jug. So I would just, for your own mind, make sure that jug is secure with its cap, and then you're going to, if you want, step out a little bit further. So we were underneath the shoulders for those first 2 movements, but you can step out a little more into your squat stance. Not like a sumo squat where it's super wide, but we're going just about hip stance. And then you're going to still, this is a glute and hammy workout as well. The shoulders are just there to guide this weight. So what we're going to do is load the hammies and glutes, and then, hello, there's a little bit of a, I don't know if y'all saw that water droplet swing, but it's there. So we're squeezing the glutes, snapping the hips forward, and then guiding this jug with our shoulders. We're making sure we're not like relaxing at the bottom as well, and like using our arms to swing the weight. So it's that shoulders nice and active, hips going back like we did in that Romanian deadlift, and then squeezing to the front, guiding that jug with your shoulders, ending at that shoulder height. So we don't have to go all the way overhead, just because I don't want there to be an accident and like flash dance happening, but whatever. I guess I just showed my age. Whatever. Goblet squat. We're going to hold this guy like an awkward jug it is to the front. Oh, you know what? Let's talk about where your squat stance is real quick. So for your squat stance, I want you to close your eyeballs. Let me move this. I don't know where I'm going to jump to. To find your squat stance, I want you to close your eyeballs. Jump around 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Land. From there, I want you to rotate your toesies out at a 45, and then rotate your heels out to make them straight forward. That's your squat stance. So from there, I'm going to check my feet, which for me, my right foot landed a little bit forward. My hips are a little off. So I needed to bring my right foot back a little bit. And then from here, you're gonna do the same thing as we did on all the other movements. Firm contact of your foot on the ground. So I have my heel planted, my baby toe, my big toe, micro bend in the knee, and then my knees are going out towards those baby toes. So they're going out towards the corners of the room in front of me. As my hips go back, keeping that belly tight with that rib cage locked down, nice active pelvic floor, belly button sucked back to the spine, keeping the chest up. We're going to go all the way down and all the way up, squeezing the booty to the top for this squat. So I'm going to move to the side just so y'all can see the side view of the squat, because really I think it'll be awkward if I'm facing to the front. But we're going to safely deadlift this to our hands, hold it around close to the bottom. So that 5 gallon might be kind of in your face, which might seem awkward, but what it's going to make you do is force that chest up. So again, firm contact with my foot on the ground. If you have not practiced your squats with your feet straight forward, you can angle your toes out slightly towards the wall, but I prefer your toes facing forward to where you're activating your glutes to turn those knees out, not putting the toes out to turn those knees out. So you'll notice if you squat on your own real quick, putting your toes out facing the wall, squat down and up, you won't feel your booty activate as much as you would if you face those toes forward, firmly plant that big toe on the ground, micro bend in that knee. I automatically already felt my glutes activate just now. And then you'll go all the way down and all the way up with that squat, adding that bottle into that, guys. So we're trying to keep the chest up at the bottom for our goblet squat. If you haven't practiced that toes forward squat, just practice doing that squat with no weight for the 21, 15, 9. Because I would rather you practice that squat form and get better at a perfect squat than add weight and drop those toes out and disengage that glute. So make sure you're trying to face the toes forward, engage the glutes by twisting those knees out, and then keeping those glutes engaged the whole time. Might as well use all the muscles properly, right? One more look at the board. Romanian deadlift, bent rows, Russian swings, and then our goblet squats. I hope that this nice, awkward, odd object workout, if nothing else, brought you some entertainment. And I will share more next. I would love for you to comment down below and let me know what you would like to see next. Like, subscribe, share, all those good things. Send me all the love and I will send it back to you. I love you guys and thank you so much for allowing me to be up in your face.